Greetings, and welcome to Earthling Cinema. I am your host, Garyx Wormuloid. This week's artifact is Jaws, directed by the Wonder Kid himself, Stephen Wonder. The film follows police officer John Brody, the town's only lifeguard. When a shark rocks a girl back and forth until she dies, he tries to close down the beach so it can't get to land. But the mayor's deep in the pocket of sustainable local business, that crook. The mayor's plan works for 5 minutes until the shark eats Chucky. Naturally, the town decides the safest solution is for everyone to just try and kill it themselves, but not Quint, an actual shark hunter with a resume longer than his nails. Brody brings on a brilliant scientist named Hooper, who offers his professional opinion.
It was a shark.
The next day, the fishermen catch dinner, and the mayor opens the beach. But Hooper calls bullshit, since this shark's belly has an airtight alibi.
That's it. You still got a hell of a fish out there.
On England Day, some kids pull a hilarious prank while the shark pulls one of his own. Oh wait. And with no options left, the capitalist mayor is forced to hire Quint and turn the town communist. What follows is a human male getaway on a boat for the weekend, full of fishing, drinking, and terrifying monologues about subtraction.
So 1,100 men went in the war. 316 men come out, the sharks took the rest.
It's so fun, even the shark can't stay away, and the trio try throwing barrels at it like it's Mario, even though its name is Dennis. They hook the shark, but their boat conveniently breaks down, just like me anytime I watch The Fault in Our Quarks. Hooper tries to put it in a cage, but ends up getting in himself, the goof, while Quint tries kicking it. Remembering he's a policeman, Brody shoots Dennis until he explodes. Jaws heralded the age of Hollywood blockbusters, which always got their due come award season. It's got everything a human with eyes could want, from its merchandise tie-ins to its complex two-note score, to its high-concept premise. High because you have to be stoned to think of this shit. For reasons unknown to our archaeologists, Earthlings met this film with immense amounts of critical thought, a first for the species. Through a Marxist lens, Amity's devastation can be viewed as retribution for capitalism, a disease that made humans rich. Well, a few of them. Early on, the film shows how the economic interests of Amity's business owners trump the needs of the common people.
Look, I have a point of view, and I think it speaks for many of the people here. And it's not only me because I have a motel. How do you feel?
Even though the common folk can't count.
24 hours is like 3 weeks!
The mayor refuses to ban swimming because it would hurt the town's bottom line, while Chief Brody is similarly preoccupied with this rich dude's sick house.
I know you got a lot of problems downtown, but I've got a couple of problems at the house I wish you could take care of.
One, I've got some cats parking in front of the house. I can't get down to the office.
Lifeguard and handyman? What doesn't this cop do? But ignoring the pleas of the common folk nearly ruins the town. After Dennis's reign of terror claims various humans, boats, horses, and boat porches, the mayor finally allows Brody, Hooper, and Quint to go kill the shark, even though they could have done it on their own at any time. This echoes Marx's belief that capitalism will ultimately be overthrown by the unhappy masses on a beach. This transition of power cures Amity of its capitalist hangover so it can get back to drinking. At the same time, Jaws can be viewed more broadly as a metaphor for corrupt government, also known as government. Indeed, the film offered American Earthlings a way to vent their frustration with politicians in the wake of Watergate. In this interpretation, the mayor stands in for Nixon, sharing his famous distrust for law enforcement.
Look, fellas, let's be reasonable, huh?
His penchant for covering up incriminating evidence.
Well, what else could have done that to that girl? Boat Cabela?
Well, I think possibly, yes, a boating.
That's not what you told me over the phone.
And his nautical-themed suits. When he's publicly disgraced, the audience experiences well-deserved relief, just as the American people did when Nixon resigned from office to live on the moon. If psychology is more your cup of herb water, Jaws can be read as a Freudian cautionary tale.
It's all psychological.
Freud posited there were 3 sections to the human brain: the id, in charge of animal desires, the superego, which controls morality, and the ego, which balances a healthy breakfast. Dennis represents the primal desires of the id, driven to consume things both figuratively and literally. The town and its government are the superego, imposing laws ostensibly for the greater good, and the ego is where these two forces meet, usually the shore. But here, the balance is broken down. Rather than finding the line between mindless consumption and moral snobbery, the id runs wild, baby! It's only when Brody kills the shark that Harmony Korine is restored, symbolized by him standing in a boat half submerged in water, where he'll eventually drown. But the prevailing interpretation comes from filmmaker Stephen Wonder, who astutely proclaimed, "It's a movie about a shark named Dennis." For Earthling Cinema, I'm Garyx Wormuloid, and if you haven't heard, I've started my own channel. To see all future episodes and subscribe, click here.